with time limits, but
Yeah, I was about to ask him to start as well. I have things to do, like watching Netflix.
I need to sleep. I am so tired. I am only able to speak because I have coffee. Oh, is it literally just Azot? Is it? Okay, whatever.
Maybe, I don't know.
It's not important. I don't need to
Right.
have this discussion on FAF Live.
In the top left, we have Banani playing Aeon with his teammates Boom, also known as What the fuck, Boom is taken, playing UEF, and also their third teammate Slado rocking Aeon, is slowed all by his lonesome on this island with a lot of rocks. Lot of rocks. Yeah, a lot of rocks on the map. Around 100,000 massive rocks. And
yes, it's 1.5 reclaim. Based off though.
Who's better to take them than Mr. Blodir in the bottom right, the captain of the bottom right team, and his teammates RNA playing Cybran and also Nock playing UEF. So in terms of the faction matchup, we have basically both teams choosing the free faction. Oh, actually, never mind. My bad. The top team has 2 Aeons and 1 UEF versus Aeon, Cybran, and UEF. So a bit more faction diversity for the bottom team.
Nice. You joined chat and said should replace Spike with farms. Very nice of you. Yeah, I think Irani plays mostly just Cybran, so that makes sense why he picks that.
A quick scout by Shadow to the top right corner, I'm not sure I understand.
Maybe to prevent drops, but even that I would go down, right? Like down to the 4max over here.
Around here, exactly, like if you park it in the water here, you can spot onto drops, like you're just not gonna get a drop there on minute 2. So I don't know, weird choice.
I mean, I like the idea of a scout because it costs so little and you get to see the drops, but not really the place you want.
Interesting to see Blodir's one of the first engineers going for the 4th maxes instead of expanding to the closer ones. I'm sure I understand why. I guess maybe he didn't want to really click the trees or break the trees, but still kind of weird. Like the NG is just gonna, for the first minute of its life, just walk. That's a questionable choice, in my opinion.
Yeah. Not getting ready with the transport.
Yeah, and fast transport for Nock, also a bomber from RNA. It seems like I'm gonna attempt to establish a forward base of operations on this peninsula over here, and he's actually gonna drop the corner as well. Meanwhile, Slado is making interceptors to establish air control and deny any drops, but I don't think he will be able to catch the transport in time. Like it will definitely drop on this peninsula, but we shall see if it will be able to make it to the back.
Yes, I feel like dropping the closer one is better. The middle one.
Maybe this island, like drop the peninsula, then this island, and maybe one NG back here to steal all the reclaim. Although this should be easily taken by the bottom team, right? Bigger island. Yeah. We have a drop from Banani as well, but around 40 seconds later, he's attempting to drop the corner. Blodir with a scout and a bomber, but I don't think he'll be able to catch the transport at time. The bomber should be able to kill some of the expanding NGs from Banani. And it seems like I don't think that...
Scout! The scout's gonna catch the drop!
Yeah, it's actually gonna be useful.
No, I mean, of course, catching it isn't really the whole game.
No, at least he's not gonna be surprised later on. Slado with a transport of his own, he's gonna drop the forward location. But he's not gonna be able to dislodge Nock quickly from this side, although his AC is already on the way, so it will force some PDs, but it will take some time for Slado to be able to retake this. He's also not grabbing the maxes in his base for some reason. I feel like, yeah, he's really slow to scale, honestly. He has no maxes on the way, there's so much reclaim can really start scaling very, very quickly. He's lacking build power.
Yeah.
Although Blodir is not in a much better position. He has a couple more factories, but he's also lacking engineers. So both players not playing that great, honestly. Like, they could be a lot further ahead, I think. Blodir with a nice drop, though. But I don't think it's really worth it to drop here. I would rather secure both of these positions. Like, there's a lap here from Banani, so that would make it difficult. But like, trying to establish yourself on this island, I think is a bit wishful thinking. Like, Banani's ACU will be there really fast, and also, if necessary, the other players' ACU can come as well. Both Boom and RNI seems to be just equaling, although Boom is doing it much faster and more efficiently. RNA just has single NG factory and he only has 1 T2 X-Land, while Boom is already on his 5th, I think. He's already 5 maxes, he's about to finish his 6th. He's cleaning most of the rocks, so it seems like the top team will have a quite significant air advantage in about 3 to 4 minutes. You can see
Yeah,
Boom.
it seems like Boom has just been playing very good on air today. Like,
Yeah,
he's
definitely.
outplaying everybody he plays.
Although you need to take into account that RNA is only 600 here.
Oh yeah. But I mean, in other games he was playing high-rated.
Yeah, that's true. Blodir was able to drop his back expansion, but there's already an Aurora incoming, although, you know, it's a bit unfortunate that that Banana is Ion here, as the faction here doesn't really help him. He also doesn't have any factories, so Blodir was able to erect 5 factories and also a PD before the AC is able to reach that position, so I don't think Banana will be able to push here. He is gonna be pushed back by the PD and Auroras. And Blodir also has air control, and Blodir actually has 3 transports. I think that's a little bit by accident, but now you can see his scaling is paying off. He's getting his maxes a lot faster than Slado. Despite me not liking the initial fast engineer to the front, there are a lot of maxes here, and it's nice to see Blodir actually grabbing them. You see that Slado didn't even begin the process, and there are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 maxes here, so that's really a lot of income, given that Slado is only on 29 mass per second. He's actually starting quite horribly. He's getting 30 mass per tick expenditure with over 100 expenditure, while Blodir is sitting comfortably on around 45 mass per second. You can really see the difference here. Blodir is able to afford fighting for this island. He's securing this expansion as well, pushing back the ACU. Actually, Banani is quite low on HP. He needs to walk into the Auroras, otherwise he would probably die to them. It's a bit unfortunate that Blodir wasn't able to retreat the tanks in time. But if Banani walks a bit more forward, he can walk into a PD actually. He's close to a vet, but he's down to 2k HP, and you need to remember that Blodir already has T2 air done, and he's making gunships.
Nice bomber. Must get killed so many edges. Though there's so much build power there anyway.
On the right side, we didn't really pay much attention to that, but
it's totally crushed for Slado.
Yeah, Nock just took over all of the expansions from Slado, so it looks pretty hopeless on the right side, honestly.
Yeah, that's not good. It's looking quite bad for Banani's team now. Though, I mean, of course, that all changes once Boom decides to stop ecoing.
Yeah, Boom is making Janus. Seems like that's his favorite unit.
Yes.
At least today. But I don't think he's gonna be able to help his team that much. They are just so far behind. Like, Banani has some units in the back being annoying, but Blodir has taken his main island here, and this will, in the long run, allow him to secure a lot more here. He has dropped NGs here, and that should be able to reclaim the lab, and then, with the help of his ACU especially, just secure this expansion as well. It seems like Blodir's gonna secure this whole side, and Nock already has most of this side secured. He is a bit slow with retaking some of the maxes and also with teching, but he just basically crashed Slado here, honestly.
Yeah, that side's just...
I think in the early game, RNA was a bit more helpful with early air, while Boom was instantly ecoing, but still.
Yeah, the Janus need to crush now. Also, you're being asked to turn the music down a bit.
Okay. But It's really quite,
But Eddie might die. No, wait, sorry, those Janus are not from...
yeah, but still.
Those Janus will save him, that's fine. He's very low though.
Banani has a lot of intis and he's able to win the air fight versus Blodir.
Oh, that's a nice air fight. It's a lot of MGs. I almost feel like the Janus should go in and kill the T3 air. But I don't... Maybe that's probably not even necessary. That's...
I mean, Arane has his shield over his pigeons.
Yeah, that's
also, this Janus production from Boom allowed Arane to actually get ahead on the T3R game. He already finished his factory, so Boom is only halfway done, and Arane caught up on Eco as well. So the air is not gonna be that big of a deal soon. Like the Janus are nice. They are gonna allow probably Madali to push Blodir off this island, but still, like, with Nock having so much control over here, and despite the air advantage from Slado, I don't really think he can retake this whole... All of these maxes will just take too long, and he just simply doesn't have the economy to support. He has around half the income of Blodir. Even his foreign maxes were raided before, so he's looking
Blodir
pretty
might
dire.
lose all his power, which would kind of hurt.
That is true. That is true. That is
He needs a
actually
shield.
quite
He
important.
needed a shield a while ago.
Yeah, that was quite greedy from him. He's gonna lose. Let's see what the Janus are targeting. I hope they are targeting the engineers
Why not
first.
the pigeon? Oh, okay. I see. You're right. Half.
Not the greatest split, but most of the engineers are die. That in the next round, all of the engineers should die, and the AA then all of the pigeons should follow shortly. I hope. I think he's targeting the pigeon only. No, okay, that's good. Okay, now he can finish all of the T1 power, and with this, I hope that the team will help Blodir recover, because otherwise he's gonna stall terribly. Although for some reason the Janus are attacking single maxes instead of actually focusing the pigeons. And now we see the pigeon grid getting massacred. And as you can see, Blodir is about to struggle on power, although he's stalling us so heavily that for now he's fine. It's also that his teammates are overflowing power. RNA is about to finish his T3 pigeon as well. Although he just controcated some T1 power, so...
No, he has a T3 pigeon. He's building a second.
Oh, okay, my bad, sorry. Yeah, but he's stalling.
He has 2 ASFF.
Blodir is actually still not stalling power. I don't know how he has so much power. Like
Must be the fact that what's his face? Ronnie.
He has 2 pigeons though, right? Oh, he has a T2 pigeon gifted to him by Nock, that's why, okay.
Oh yeah.
That's nice team play there. Actually, top team seems to be kind of recovering with this air attack here, and also the air rush from Slado. He's able to just raid all of the maxes from Nock, and Nock was forced to move his air to the bottom side. A lot of gunships and a lot of Swifties, but I hope that Boom will actually move his ASF here so they defend the gunships. The gunships have a lot of potential. They won't be able to kill the ASU as the ASU retreats into the water, but they can do still a lot of damage. There are so many maxes that he can kill. I think he may even go for the main base. There's no AA here, and there are unshielded pigeons. If he kills all of these pigeons, it's gonna be really bad for the other team. Now the Swifties engage the air fight, and they are... I'm not sure if this is the correct call. There are 3 ASF, 4 ASF, and a lot of intis. The Swifties kill some of the intis, but they are not focusing the ASF, and the ASF will clean this up eventually. And now all the gunships are gonna die. Boom's ASF were out of position. If they were there, I think the top team could have retained air control and used those gunships to further raid and secure and equalize the position more. Now the gunships, all of them are gonna probably die to ASFs. Boom has around 3 ASFs rotating around, but I don't think he's gonna use them. It seems like he's a bit AFK here. Now he has issued a move command, but it's a bit
don't
too
take a
late.
fight there.
And now he engages, but it's 3 versus 6. 4
With
versus 6, I
NTs.
think, and a lot of intis as well, so this was too little too late, and actually a terrible mistake, since it allows the bottom team to retain air control, and now the gunships won't be able to really do anything, and I think it's time for Blodir or probably even RNA to make some offensive, maybe 1 T3 gunship or a couple T2, and now try to counter raid Slado's expansion on the right side. On the left side we see that Banane has been using the air advantage that they had extensively. He has made a lot of bombers, a lot of gunships, but now with the air advantage gone, we see that all of the ASFs are moving to the left side to kill all of those little raids. And Blodir should be able to stabilize after that. Although he's not in the best position since he actually had no navy, nearly. He has a couple navy yards over here, but his main island is getting raided.
Yeah, the frig raiding is brutal. Look at all the T1 bombers as well. They're
Yeah,
all
I think
gonna
that's
die
a
in
bit excessive.
Oh yeah.
That's definitely excessive. The T1 bombers especially, they're not gonna do
They're
that much. And Blodir was
flying into
actually
tons of
given
air.
all of the air so that he can split them probably and defend well. I think that's not a bad choice. He has the APM to do that. And now all the bombers and gunships will die, so even though they paid for themselves, especially the gunships, you can see they are all multiple lights. The bombers are kinda useless, honestly. I don't know why he made so many. And yeah, despite the early advantage from Boom, I think he misplayed a bit, honestly. Like they had air control, but they didn't like merge all of their air forces because their side players are a lot more air, and RNA wouldn't be able to kill that. And now, despite Slado's nice play with the air, he invested so much in air, and he had so little income that he didn't really have much navy. And now Nock abused that, made a lot more frigates than Slado. Now he's pushing in. There are some torp bombers from Slado, but without air control, there isn't much that they can do. It seems like Boom will attempt to fight for air control, but he has just not enough ASF. He has less ASF
You
than
should try to
RNA.
catch Blodir.
Yeah, it's 11 versus 13, but there are also around 40 intis around here, so, and a couple more ASF from RNA. So despite some nice potential comeback from the top team, it still seems pretty dire as Slado right now is pushed out of the navy. On the left side there, even though that Blodir doesn't have much navy and he's getting graded extensively, there isn't a decisive naval force to really push Blodir off. And there's a T2 naval factory from Banani, but it's all the way back in his base. There's a single destroyer on the map, the second one has just been built, but with all of the torps and air advantage, air control from the right, the bottom right team, I don't really see how Banani could push through, honestly.
Yeah, and Slado has so little eco compared to Nock and even like Blodir.
Yeah, Slado just got crushed absolutely. He didn't secure any of his expansions. Like right now he has secured some of it, but a bit too late. Like the mass gap was already utilized by Nock to have so many frigates. Despite the nice raid, I think the top team really had to consolidate their advantage. Otherwise, they aren't able to really do much. And now, for some reason, Boom is still making some Janus versus Navy. They are completely useless, basically. So, despite him being basically ahead for most of the game, and compared to RNA, he hasn't really played well. Hasn't really used that advantage well. Like the Janus rate on the Blodir was nice, but later on he has misplayed a couple of times, which really put him behind and his team.
Yeah, I feel like there's a few chances here where if he was paying more attention, he could catch some air out and maybe bring it back. But like
Yeah.
all those red ASF, like he could just kill those for free.
And now the destroyers alive, but they are dying extremely quickly to the torps, as there's nothing to defend them, so they are pretty useless. The second destroyer is about to die. The first one is still on the front line, but will follow suit. There is some need for maybe mobile flag here. Honestly, some blazes and mobile flag could go a long way.
Yeah, those gunships are gonna hurt as well from Blodir. And Slado still has a few Bexes he hasn't taken on his expansion.
Yeah, he's retaken the top right corner, but it took him around 10 minutes, so...
Nock has his Hydro in the back, and top.
Nice. Blodir doesn't have his, even though he had his corner for the whole game.
Sad. Nock
Yeah, the
makes up
gunships
for
are
it,
clearing all the edges and the expansions, while the torps are dealing with all the navy.
but nice air fight, which is good for Boom if he micros correctly.
Yeah, there's some... Yeah, there's actually superior micro from Boom, and the
And
Intis
the
are
alias
close,
have to.
but not close enough. Now they join the fight, but the fight is kind of already over. They are tanking some damage, but I don't think it's
Why
enough.
is Blodir not moving? Blodir
Blodir is just AFK with the ASF he has been given.
That's huge.
Yeah. That's
And now
actually,
they're stuck
that gives
for-
me hope for the top team, since now the ASF, as you can see, they are immediately owning in for the left side. They are gonna clean all the torps, all the gunships, and possibly even some ASFs of Blodir. The gunships are going for Banani's ACU, and Banani needs to really dodge, otherwise he may die with all this.
Can you dodge?
I don't
AR
know.
gunships?
I think a little bit, but not much. I think he's
Yeah,
dead.
he's dead.
That's
That
super.
sucks.
No, he
Oh,
just dropped
what?
into water. Ground fire.
Torps!
Torps.
He's dead.
No, 2 torps only. I think he's alive.
No, the
another
other one
torp.
launches and now he dies.
Ah, he dies. That's very unfortunate.
Sad. If Boom had gotten that torp slightly sooner.
He could have lived if he placed the factory and to block the torpedo bomber projectile. Kill issue, in my opinion. Boom comes in to clean up the air, but Blodir disperses his gunships nicely. And Boom has no vision, so he's gonna catch a few, but not all of them.
Boom has AFK air factories. Not great.
The Navy now from the... I think, yeah, if Banani... Oh, now he gives everything to boss. Slado cannot handle both sides at the same time. Like he's being raided so hard. He has no navy. He's about to get Janus, getting pumped by insane amounts of riptides from Nox. So I don't think he can really fight both fronts. I think if Banani would have lived there, now with the air control and his destroyers, he would have been able to push back Blodir a little bit. Blodir with now T2 navy would really hurt him.
Yeah, this is more interesting now that Banani's dead. Don't know how they can hold this.
Yeah,
he needs torps now, or he
I'm
can't
trying to
protect
figure out a
somewhere.
way for them. They have the air control, so they could maybe torp.
Yeah, and like
They can't really push anywhere. Like Slado is moving all of the Banani's navy to the right side to defend, but he should just gather all the torps. Like he has around 10 torpedo bombers, so that's nearly enough to. That's enough to nearly one pass the destroyer. There's really no cruisers here either or any air control. So if he just takes all the torpedo bombers and just kills the 2 Valiant class destroyers, he wouldn't have been able to save his HQ. Now the HQ is dead and the destroyer will follow suit. So, oh, and actually, Rado dies to riptides, I think.
or he control Kate. He looks far away. Maybe not. I'm not sure.
And Boom control case, and the Blodir's team win this game with a nice play from Nock. Honestly, just absolutely crushing the right side.
Whole corner got crushed.
So
seems like there was not much practice on this particular
1-1
map.
the game map score.
Wait, it's not gonna let me update it?
Sorry?
Fuck.